What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY in the overall markets. I want to talk about some very important levels to watch and how the charts are looking. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moon link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. Not to mention 8.1% APY on invested cash. This offer ends in just about 3 days from now, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, now let's talk about the market. So we just got the PCE data report that came out. Everything was very close to expectations, if not below. And the market has been seeing a more positive reaction, exactly as I predicted yesterday. So if you look at Tesla, we're back at 257 a share. We'll see if Tesla could maintain this level or not. But so far, we did get this rebound, at least for the markets. If you look at SPY, excuse me, we're pushing as well on SPY. We're very close to about 574. We got a nice little push right over here as well, and this is not that far from all-time highs. So I'll have to see if we can break that resistance to push to all-time highs or not. But overall, we're holding up quite decently. So the market is attempting to rebound at least a bit after this release, and so far so good. So the question is, what do the numbers look like, and what do I think could happen from here? I'll talk more about the charts in just a minute. Just note that for today, we had core PCE month over month at 0.1%. This was below expectations. Then we had core PCE year over year at 2.7%. This was actually aligned with expectations, technically a little bit above what we saw previously, but still not bad whatsoever. And we also got PCE for all items month over month at 0.1%. This is aligned with expectations. And then PCE year over year is at 2.2% below expectations. So everything was basically very close to expectations, if not a little bit below. That's why the market has popped a bit, and we'll see how things go from here. Please note that again at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's 30 minutes after the market opens today, we have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Reports, the 5-year inflationary expectations reports, and we'll see what this looks like. So look for some volatility at 10 a.m., but that's pretty much it for the markets. Now, the market still thinks there's about a 50-50 chance we get a 25 or 50 basis point cuts, but this did go up just a slightly tad. This is now at 52%, giving us a slightly higher probability of us getting a 50 basis point cut after PCE came out. That's why the market is like pushing a little bit. This is once again not too bad. As far as Tesla goes, I just want to say that things are very interesting for Tesla. They're still extending their 5-year zero interest loan incentives in China all the way until the end of October. They're once again trying to push those sales, be a lot more competitive. So that's getting a lot of attention right now. This did begin, many months ago, back in like April, but now they're just continuing these. Excuse me, they're continuing these incentives to try to get as many sales up there as possible. This is going to be important for those who buy the Model 3 sedan and the Model Y crossover before October 31st. So that is a very, very good deal, in my opinion. I think that's very cool that Tesla's trying to do this to get those sales. But this is going to be a limited time offer, and we will see if this really helps them for the end of this quarter. The last thing I want to mention is that as far as the whole news goes, I didn't see anything too crazy. I am seeing some signs that market's attempting to rebound for now. Besides that, I didn't see anything else that's too crazy, at least on the news. I didn't even see too much Tesla news so far at the time I'm recording this. So now we're just going to focus on what the charts are telling us. So Tesla dipped all the way down towards this support right over here around this 252 area. And then we got this nice rebound to about 258, which is what I predicted yesterday. That was correct. If we break 258 today, we're looking for 260. That's where this imbalance happens to be. If we reject off 258, we're looking for basically the support at 255. Will we dip back down to 255? If we lose that, we could be dipping back down to 252. And if we break past 258, we remain more bullish. I think that Tesla will attempt to try to test 258. We'll see if we break that or not. We've already gotten our balance, which is not bad whatsoever. So we'll see if we can try to break 258. It is a Friday. There's oftentimes a lot of chop during Fridays, so there might be some manipulation. But we'll see if Tesla could break 258. It's going to be a tough resistance. If it manages to achieve that, it could go a little bit higher from here. Now, one thing that could be a little concerning is that if we have this high up here, and this could be like a lower high, if we don't break the high up here, it's possible Tesla's about to just see a little bit of a pullback. So we will see if that ends up being the case. Watch 258 to see if we could crack past that or not. I think we're just going to be waiting for the Michigan Consumer Sentiment data, and we'll see if that helps Tesla break resistance or not. But so far, we're holding up very, very well. For SPY, We are fighting 574 as resistance. We might retest this. We need to break this to get back to about 575 or higher. That's going to take us to new all-time highs. If we come short and we can't break past 574, we could actually reject and make our move back down towards the 572.5 area for a little bit of a dip. So we'll see if we can break 574 or not. So we're trying to push right there and consolidate. There's a lot of options expiring today, so look for some manipulation. I think that SPY will attempt to go a little bit higher alongside Tesla upon open, but then we're going to be watching this resistance to see if we can break through that or not. If we manage to break 574, look at 575, then 577 above that. Overall, there is potential for that move. To be bearish, you want to see us lose 570 and 568. Overall, I don't really favor that. I think we favor a little bit more upside, and then we'll see if we could hold these levels or not. So in the upside move, I think Tesla could, by the way, go up to 258 again. Maybe attempt to break that, but we'll have to see if we can hold above 258. We could be looking for 258, maybe a little bit higher, and we'll see if Tesla holds that. That's going to be very key through the Michigan Consumer Sentiment data. For ES, we're holding our 20 EMA very nicely, trying to rebound right here. We're going to be looking for 58.25 as our resistance. I think we could get very close to that, maybe a little bit higher, and we'll see if we get a rejection back down, between 58.20 and 58.50 around that range. I think we go a little bit higher, though. We're going to likely be pushing for the 58.20s very soon, and we'll see if ES kind of like consolidates at this tough resistance. So look for more upside, and we'll see what the reaction happens to be. For Nvda, we talked about how this might dip to 122, then bounce. That's exactly what happened. We're looking for 125 as our resistance. We might get very close to that, and we'll see if we reject off that or not. It's going to be a tough resistance. Nvidia is showing not as much strength as before. It is slowing down a bit, so be careful. We could be looking for 125. We'll see if Nvidia slows down or not. For others out there like Bitcoin's trying to push higher. We're looking for 66,000 as our targets. I called this out yesterday. We're very close to it. So look for a little bit more upside. And we'll see how we end up reacting to 66,000. For NQ, we look a little bit more bullish. We're holding our 20 EMA very nicely. We could be pushing for 20,500, very close to that, maybe a little bit under that, where this imbalance happens to be. And we'll see if we reject off that or not. I think we could push a little bit higher, but look at some tough resistance around that 20,500 area. We could consolidate up there. And if we do get that rejection, we could return to 20,260. As of right now, we remain more bullish. We're going to be looking for 20,500. We'll see if that breaks or not. And I think there's going to be a little bit more upside for the QQQ as well. We're looking at 490 as our targets. If we continue to hold above this, we're looking for basically 492. And if we have support, if we end up projecting, we're looking for 488 as support, followed by 486. This remains a little bit more bullish, could go a little higher, but just watch resistance very close to 492. For Aapl, we could go a little higher. We'll see if we can try to break 228. We're kind of consolidating right now. If we continue to break this, I could see us get very close to 230. And if we end up losing 226.8, we're going to be tipping back down to 225. We have a nice inverse head and shoulders accumulation, so we'll see if that breaks. So give this the time it needs. For the IWM, we're looking more bullish. If we break 222, we're looking for a big push for this 223 target. If we lose 220, we could be tipping back down to these lower levels. I think we look more bullish on the IWM. We could be looking for 222 plus and eventually 224 if that breaks. For Coinbase, we remain more bullish. I think we might be trying to attempt to get close to about 185. If that breaks, we're looking for 188. So look for those potential targets as it looks more bullish. We'll see if it rejects off one of those levels. Amazon, on the other hand, is showing some weakness compared to the market. We were not able to crack this resistance. So we could be returning to 190. If that fails us, we're looking for 188 on Amazon. And we have 191.5 as our resistance. So I'm seeing some weakness. I think we could be dipping towards 190 on Amazon. Meta is holding support very nicely. We're looking for 570 as resistance. If that breaks, we're looking for 572. If we lose 564, we turn back down. We're just kind of consolidating. But I think we could be testing 570. We'll see if it holds or not. Microsoft remains range bound. It may attempt to get closer to about, it depends if we can try to hold above 432.5 or not. If we break that, we're looking for 434. If we don't hold above 432.5, we could be tipping back down to 429. We'll see how well this does. Google is just consolidating right over here. We need to break past 165 to be bullish. We lose 163 to turn bearish. We're still consolidating, so we're just waiting. There's a possible head and shoulders setup, though, so be careful with this. If this does end up losing 163, we're looking for a dip. So be careful with Google. It's showing some signs of weakness. I want to give you guys a heads up about that. With that being said, guys, Tesla's doing a good job at holding up. It could try to break 258. We'll have to see if we could maintain this level, though. If we do break that, we could get very close to 260, but then we might turn back down to 258 as the day goes on. And the question really is, can we hold above 258? Whether or not that happens may depend on the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report at 10 a.m. So look for some volatility then. With that being said, so far the PC reaction has been more positive. It's helping Tesla push, and we could try to go a little bit higher. We'll see how things go. Thank you for listening. Have a great day, and peace out.